Welcome back once again. I'm super excited. Yes, to another tutorial, part two of animations. All right, so for part two of this tutorial, we will take a look at the animation parameters. The animation module only has three parameters of its own, which are the duration, transitions symbolized by the letter T, and steps symbolized by the letter S. When it comes to widget, each widget has its own parameters or set of values you can manipulate. So it's very important that you keep this in mind. Like for instance, when you put your animation, right? Or when you want to animate an object, you would maybe define the new changes in the position or the size, right? So the position and the size that you are using there, it's actually the position and size of the button that you are manipulating. Yeah, so which means if you, let's say you are manipulating something which has other different parameters, you can also manipulate them. But those values, they are sort of the values of that widget that you are manipulating. Yeah, the animation itself, actually you are only working with the duration, the transition, and the steps. I know this probably doesn't make sense, but anyway, let's just look at the examples. I think the examples usually help the most. All right, so let's take a look. What do we have? So we have a button which we are animating, right? So we are changing its position and its size. That's what we're doing to this button. All right, and we are repeating this animation. So once we run this animation, or once we start this animation, it continues on and on and on and on. All right, so suppose we want the animation, we want to like add another animation in between, but we want that animation to take longer. So meaning we want to use one animation which is has a particular duration, and then another one which has a different duration. Right, so how will we go about that? This is how we're gonna do it. All right, yeah, so as you can see, we have now defined the animations and a duration. Yeah, so when we run this, what do we see? As you can see, by changing the value, the D value, we can make the animation quicker or slower, the duration of it. All right, so that's how you work with duration, and that's the first parameter. All right. Yeah, so now we can take a look at the second parameter, or the other parameter that we get, which is the steps. Yeah, so this is not speaking about footsteps. I know since it's animation, you might be thinking, hey, it's footsteps, like the steps. No. So this here, basically the steps, unlike the duration, it helps you control the frames per second of the animation. So how many frames, there are per second. All right. So by manipulating the steps, you can basically like sort of allow or make the animation much smoother or not. Of course, it's not really advisable to work with this because like some devices, they can only like work with certain frames per second. So it's highly not recommended to, to define the steps. Yeah, and even if you do, you have to like be very cautious with the values that you use. Right, so in this example, just to show you the effects that the steps have, so in this example we will use frames per seconds of 10. All right, and then we'll also use the frames per seconds of 20, of 40, and of 80. So let's do this and see the difference. Okay, all right. Yeah, so there we go. We have the frames per seconds for 10, for 20, for 40, and for 80. Do you see any difference? A great difference, right? Yeah, all right. So that's the second parameter. And now let's go on and look at our third parameter, aka the transition. Yes. Yeah, so when it comes to transitions, there are over 28 transitions. All right. Yeah, so in this tutorial, we won't go over each and every one of them. Yeah. But what I want you to just get an idea of is how to like use them in a way. So to put transition, it's very, very easy. All you have to do is put the name of the transition. So it's T equals to the name of the transition. Yeah, so let's just take a look at this example. Yeah, okay, what do you see? Yeah, so as you can see, when you put the transition name, then you can sort of like run this, and you can see the transition happen. Yeah, all right. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for today. So in the next tutorial, we will be looking at these different 28 transitions. Yeah, these 28 transitions. Yeah, yeah, so until then, please subscribe. Don't miss out on the next upcoming video. Hit the notification bell. Until next time, bye bye and bye.